Hey, my name is Ace. I am based out of Tennessee, but I'm actually here in beautiful Italy. I was trying to catch it before the sunrise went completely down because it's gorgeous out here. But yeah, let's get to it. So, number one, I think that is a very interesting question because I always say that my development is constantly being influenced by the places I'm coding from, whether it be Italy. So a couple weeks ago, I was in Joshua Tree working on a website, and I introduced a theme of more neutral desert colors, a gold and a light pink and a light green. And then whenever I went back to Tennessee, the components that I built had a more bright, vibrant, modern feel for the lush greenery and the waterfalls. I have been very inspired by this incredible architecture here in Italy that has been standing for nearly 3,000 years. And stability is very important, but the way that I build software, you have to be flexible as things scale and requirements change. So don't always get too bogged down on the architecture. Just sometimes you have to keep moving. Um, so I love traveling and I love growing and learning as a developer. And I feel that different projects have different requirements, and it's really all too ephemeral to nail it down to a single place. So I guess that is a not answer for my answer. Okay, for number five. I broke the legal pages on production not long after I started at my last job at Lonely Planet because I completed some steps out of order. I was fairly fresh out of college at the time, and I was anxious. And but no one was mad at me, and they kind of laughed and called it my introduction to being a real developer. Um, and they helped me fix it. And it made me realize to not be afraid to ask questions. And we're all on a team here and we're all building things together and we all want each other to succeed. And it's not that scary. Number nine, I'm gonna go with camping as my hobby and not glamping, camping like with solar panels and a cooler, boondocking in a national forest. Because if something is not working properly, you cannot repeat the same steps over and over and expect different results. Um, you have what you have out there with you, and you have to come up with a solution. But you can look around and use the existing resources in your environment to help you come up with that solution. And I think that translates pretty well. For number 14, one thing uh, about working in diverse teams has taught me is the importance of writing clear comments. And not everyone approaches problems the same way. Not everyone thinks the same way. So something that makes perfect sense to me doesn't make perfect sense to someone else. And this can impact code as early as trying to get it through code review, all the way to the end process of refactoring legacy code. And just add a couple extra comments and it'll save everyone time the whole way through. Number 17, when when I do not have enough cold brew to make it perfect. But no, honestly, it comes down to keeping the big picture in mind and the timeline. And perfectionism has its place, but pragmatism has to come first. So yeah, I think just always have the big picture overview. Um, 19. I I took a sort of a maybe a different approach to this answer, but I created a starter template for my freelance projects. It uses a Next.js framework. It has a set of Prismic slices that I've built for easy hookup to a new Prismic backend, uh, and and a theme with like preset buttons and theming throughout the Prismic components, that is easy to update with the new colors that I want for the new project. It turned the complexity of setting up a new project into a simple, repeatable process, and that saved me so much time. It was also a very fun learning process to build the template, and I was inspired to do that after a need came from need. I saw a need at work. I was building multiple mobile components, and I was just repeating the same process over and over, kind of like I was in freelance. So created a template there, and it inspired me to create a template. So long answer that it made a complex process very simple, and I'm proud of that. And that's my interview. Thank you.